Hey guys, right here I have a 2014 BMW X3 xDrive20i. And today I'm going to make a startup and full vehicle tour video of it, show you the features inside and out. So here is the key fob. Let's go ahead and start it up first. As you can see, the side mirrors are currently folded out. Upon locking the car and pressing and hold on the lock button, the side mirrors will automatically fold in, and upon unlocking, the side mirrors will automatically fold out again. Also, if you press and hold on the unlock button, you're able to roll down all four windows simultaneously, and to roll them back up together, just press and hold on the lock button. As simple as that. The X3 xDrive20i does come standard with BMW's Comfort Access, which is basically BMW's version of a keyless entry and start system. So, just have the key fob on yourself. The doors are currently unlocked. Press this ribbed area to lock the doors. Long press the ribbed area to fold the side mirrors in. And to unlock the doors, simply tap the area behind the door handles. In conjunction with that keyless entry, keyless start is standard as well. Just make sure the key fob is inside the car. Put your foot on the brake and press the start button to the left of the steering wheel. The F25 BMW X3 comes with an electric rack and pinion power steering system, a sports leather-wrapped steering wheel with sport grips at the 10 and 2 o'clock positions is standard for the X3 in Malaysia. The sole transmission option for the X3 lineup in Malaysia is an 8-speed automatic with Steptronic manual shifting. To shift into drive, put your foot on the brake, hit the unlock button to the right of the gear lever and pull the gear lever all the way down. Clicking it over to the left while in drive activates Sport mode, and tipping the lever up or down while in this position activates the Steptronic manual shifting mode. Apart from the gear lever, manual shifting is also possible by using the pedal shifters on the back of the top two steering wheel spokes. The left pedal downshifts while the right pedal upshifts. To engage reverse, click the lever back into drive, hit the unlock button again, and push the lever all the way up. Engaging reverse dips the passenger side mirror down to curb view, and it also activates the standard front and rear parking sensors and its diagram that shows up on the 8.8-inch iDrive display. For neutral, if you're in drive, push up once, and if you're in reverse, pull down once. For park, hit the P button right on top of the gear lever. On the right side of the center console is a row of buttons that performs various functions. Starting from the bottom, we have the button that enables the parking sensors and its diagram to be turned on or off manually. Next up is the button to activate the vehicle's hill descent control. After this is the switch for the driving experience control driving modes. There are 3 modes to choose from: Eco Pro, Comfort, and Sport. Lastly, the topmost button, if pressed once, activates the vehicle's dynamic traction control, and if pressed for a longer period of time, the vehicle's dynamic stability control deactivates. Safety in the X3 xDrive20i is quite good. This variant gets 6 airbags, anti-lock braking system with electronic brake force distribution and brake assist, an immobilizer, dynamic braking lights, cornering brake control, dynamic stability control, dynamic traction control, a tire pressure monitoring system, hill descent control, and ISOFIX child seat anchor points for the rear seats. Now, let's turn on the hazards, lights, front and rear fog lights, take a look at the engine, and roll down the driver's side window. The X3 xDrive20i gets 18-inch Y-spoke style 607 light alloy rims wrapped in Pirelli Cinturato P7 245/50 R18 run flat tires as standard. Ventilated disc brakes are found at all 4 corners, and the suspension consists of McPherson struts in front and a multi-link setup at the back. The X3 was the second X model from BMW after the X5 premiered in 1999. The first generation X3 bore the E83 codename, and it was launched in 2003 before being replaced by the second generation F25 X3 in 2010. The Lexus NX, the Audi Q5, and the Volvo XC60 are some of the X3's many competitors. It was once BMW's smallest crossover SUV, but the title has since been taken over by the X1. Like the X5 and X1, BMW markets the X3 as a sports activity vehicle rather than a sports utility vehicle. A facelift or life cycle impulse (LCI) in BMW speak for the F25 X3 was launched last year. The X3 xDrive20i gets BMW's N20 B20 2-litre dual overhead cams, 16 valves, turbocharged inline-4 with double Vanos variable valve timing, Valvetronic variable valve lift, direct injection, and a twin-scroll turbocharger. This engine produces 181 horsepower between 5,000 and 6,250 RPM and 270 Nm of torque between 1,250 and 4,500 RPM. 0 to 100 is achieved in 8.2 seconds, and the top speed figure is 210 km per hour. With a tank carrying 67 liters of petrol, the X3 manages a combined fuel consumption of 7.2 liters per 100 kilometers. Carbon dioxide emissions is rated at 168 grams per kilometer, and xDrive means that this X3 is all-wheel drive. The F25 X3 first made its appearance in Malaysia in March 2011 when the xDrive20d variant went on sale. March 2012 was the launch of the xDrive20i variant. It was not until 2013 when the X3 switched from being imported to being locally assembled. January 2013 and September 2013 saw local production of the xDrive20i and the xDrive20d begin respectively. The X3 LCI debuted in Malaysia last August with the same two variants made available. Exterior features of the X3 xDrive20i includes automatic auto-leveling by xenon projector headlights, automatic wipers, LED daytime running lights, LED indicators on the side mirrors, LED rear lights, LED rear number plate lights, front and rear fog lights, front and rear parking sensors, auto-dimming side mirrors, body-colored door handles and side mirrors, satin aluminium roof rails, kidney grille slats finished in matte aluminium, and a single exhaust pipe. You do have quite a large storage bin on the door panel for this side, together with a bottle holder. And right up here you do have your window lock, window controls. All of them are fully automatic in both ways, mirror controls, as well as the button to activate your powered rear hatch. You also do have a speaker right here, and right up here your central locking buttons. To the right of the headlight switch, you do have the lever to adjust the brightness of your interior at night. And down below, you do have some storage. BMW X-line door sills for the front. And the driver's seat in this X3 xDrive20i does come standard with full powered adjustments as well as 2-person memory. All of your controls are located right down there. Alright, so let's go ahead and see how she revs. This X3 xDrive20i does come standard with a dual zone automatic climate control system. All of your controls are located right here. It is quite simple to use. This climate control setup has actually been revised slightly for the facelifted X3 with a slightly different display than the previous unfacelifted X3. You get fan speed in the middle, front and rear defrost, air conditioning, sync, different modes, recirculation, driver side temperature, passenger side temperature with your automatic and maximum air conditioning. Sync means if you have it turned on, the driver's side will control the temperature for both sides, but if you turn it off, Each side will have their own individual temperature controls. Do take note as the passenger side temperature matches the driver's side once I turn sync on. The in-car entertainment for the X3 xDrive20i is provided by BMW's Navigation System Professional, which features various media connectivity options, navigation, an 8.8-inch high-definition color display, and a hi-fi loudspeaker system that has 9 speakers producing 205 watts of power. Now, the screen right above is actually controlled using your set of controls down here, which features the revised iDrive touch controller. You still do get your media, radio, menu, telephone and navigation shortcut buttons, as well as your back and option buttons, but this iDrive knob now features a touch interface right on top. The knob, however, still goes up, down, left, right, scrolls to the left and scrolls to the right, as well as clicks down for enter. For now, let's start with the menu that's right on top, and that is multimedia. Click the knob down to select that option, and to the left we do have your main multimedia screen where you can access your CD/DVD menu, your music collection, external devices, as well as sound. Music collection is basically the where you would store your music on the hard drive that is on this system. So you don't actually have to carry your music player around all the time. Just import your music into the hard drive and it will play via music collection. But if you still do want your external devices, apart from CD, DVD, you still do get USB, auxiliary, Bluetooth audio streaming and all that. We do have your sound system settings as well, with your treble bass, balance and fader, your different volume settings, as well as resetting the system back to factory settings. Now we're currently in your main USB screen. If there is album art present, it will show up right here. But to the right, you do have your song information with your artist, album, title, song duration down below. And to the left, the highlighted parts, you do have your USB options with your currently playing playlist, perform a search, look at your various playlists, more media options with your audiobooks, podcasts, video, import new music to the hard drive, as well as go back a song and go forward a song. Now there are a couple of ways that you can go back to the main menu. You can click the knob to the left 3 times, and we're brought back to your main menu. Alternatively, say we are back in the main USB menu, you can always hit menu straight away and it goes back to the main menu as well. Next up, you do have radio, where you can access your FM AM menus, perform a manual tuning search, look at your list of available radio stations in the area and all that. And next up, your Bluetooth telephone menu, where you can look at your phone book, redial your last number, look at your received calls, dial number, look at your Bluetooth devices. Under Bluetooth devices, you can look at your pair devices, delete a device, pair a device and all that. And next up, we do have navigation. To the left, you do have your main navigation menu, where you can input your destination via several different ways. You can look at your recent destinations, points of interest, look at your address book, look at the map. If this part is highlighted down below, you can use the knob to zoom in and out. Click the knob to the left to bring up your map options. Right on top, you do have your guidance information, spoken instructions, your different route options with your route criteria, alternative routes, points of interest, interactive map, your different map views, north oriented, direction of travel, perspective, and your additional information for your maps. Now in interactive map, previously in cars without the iDrive touch interface, you actually had to use the knob to go up, down, left, right for the interactive map. Well, you can still do that. However, you can also scroll up, down, left, right, whichever direction you want, just by using the touch interface right above. Now, if you have gone to that particular destination via your interactive map, clicking the knob down, you can show the destination, display your current location, change your map views, start guidance to that destination and all that. And that's about it. Next up, we do have Office, where you can store contacts and notes. BMW Connected Drive with your necessary hotline numbers and all that, and your BMW apps. Vehicle information. Right on top, you do have your Efficient Dynamics monitor with your fuel consumption data, EcoPro tips. Now, what's unique about this system is that apart from the owner's manual in the form of a book that BMW will supply you when you buy the car, there is also an onboard owner's manual. You can search that owner's manual via 3 ways. There is quick reference via the different most used parts of the car, picture search via the different parts of the car, and your full-blown owner's handbook. You can use the knob to spell out the particular letter, or you can always use the touch interface to spell out that letter.
L I G H T.
And I've spelled out light just by writing it out. You also do have an onboard computer right here with your range, instant fuel consumption, average fuel consumption and average speed, as well as your distance to destination and time of arrival if you do have your navigation active. Next up, your trip computer. You have your start time, your elapsed time, distance traveled, average fuel consumption and average speed. You can reset this set of data every time you start, say, on a road trip or something, so you would have a rough estimate on your journey information. Vehicle status with your flat tire monitoring system, engine oil level, service indicators, and check control. And lastly, your second last menu is the vehicle's sport displays. It tells you how much power and torque you are using. And lastly, your xDrive status. The last of the menus is the vehicle settings, where you can set your instrument cluster display, brightness, your control display brightness, time and date, language units, touchpad information, connections, speed, lights, EcoPro modes, and all that. You can even perform a software update via this menu. Now, say we are in your main USB menu, clicking the knob to the right, You're brought up with a list of options. You can activate split screen, so you can have your media information to one side, your xDrive status to the other, or you can have your navigation to one side, your media to the other, and all that. And as shown, you can change your different split screen data. You can always turn the display off. Via that button. And we do have some further options. If you did not know anything about external devices, you can show it up on the owner's handbook, read more about it. And you also do have a couple of multimedia options. But if say you're in radio, it will show up radio on the owner's like radio and show owner's handbook, as well as a couple of radio options. If you're in navigation, it will show the navigation options. Alright, so that's about it for the system. Down below, you do have your CD player right here. It is MP3 compatible, your seat track buttons, eject, selecting your different modes, FM, AM, your volume and power knob, your 8 shortcut buttons. You can store your favorite FM station, your favorite contact, favorite destination for your navigation, and all that. And down below here, you do have a couple of cup holders with a cigarette lighter or power outlet, depending on what you use it for. This little container right here is actually an ashtray, but you can remove it if you wish to do so. And you do have a cover if you do not want the cup holders exposed. You also do have a little bit of a ribbed pattern on this section right here, so you can, like, say, keep your phone here and it won't move around that easily. Central locking. And as shown earlier, this car does have power folding mirrors. On the steering wheel, the left spoke houses your cruise control, the right spoke houses your various audio controls. You do have your volume, selecting your different modes, and scrolling between your different tracks or radio stations. You also do have your on-hook off-hook button for the Bluetooth telephone system right here, as well as your voice control. Help.
To hear the voice commands in the table displayed, say voice commands. To obtain general information on voice inputs, say help with voice input. To hear important short commands with examples, say help with examples.
Cancel. Now, if you activate voice command and you do not know what to say, just ask for help and the system will walk you through it. On the left stalk, you do have your indicator controls, and the button at the end of the indicator stalk cycles through your different multi-information displays in the instrument cluster. Right now you do have your range, compass, average fuel consumption, instant fuel consumption, average speed, date, turning the display off, and back to your range. Within that display, you also do have your mileage down below, as well as trip meter, and right above, outside temperature and time. And on the right stalk, you do have your wiper controls. Pushing the button in at the end of the wiper stalk activates your automatic wipers, and this knob right here turns on your rear wiper, as well as activates your rear wiper wash. The steering wheel in this X3 does come standard with tilt and telescoping adjustments. Adjust it via this lever right here. And if you locate the button to the right of the start-stop engine button, it actually activates or deactivates your auto start-stop system. If you do have this system activated, the engine will momentarily shut off when you arrive at a stop such as a traffic light or a traffic jam to save that extra bit of petrol or diesel depending on what the car is running on. You do have a center armrest with storage down below. And right down here you do have your auxiliary and USB ports, another power outlet, right down here you also do have your electronic parking brake. It is currently disengaged. Pull it up to engage it, and to disengage it, put your foot on the brake and simply push it down. You also do have an auto hold function for the parking brake, whereby if this is activated, you arrive at a stop, the car won't actually move back or roll forward even though it is in drive and your foot is off the brake. Auto dimming, rear view mirror, interior lights right above, and you do get vanity mirror and lights for this side's sun visor. Grip handle for the driver, Alright, so I guess that's it for the startup. We can turn it off right now. And continue with the rest of the tour. You do have some storage down there with a bottle holder, and your window control is right up here. BMW door sills for the back. And the rear seats in this X3 fold down 40-20-40, so each of the seat backs can actually be folded down individually apart from each other. You also do have the X branding for the outer two headrests at the back. And to fold down the rear seat backs, just locate the lever on the side of the headrest for the outer two seats, or the one in the middle. For the middle seat, pull it and then just flip the seat back down. Quite an easy process. I did set the driver's seat to a position that I would feel comfortable in. I'm about 5'7", which is about 1.7 meters tall. I do have a little bit of room to stretch out my feet underneath the driver's seat. And as for legroom, I've about this much. And about this much headroom. There are storage pockets on the front seat backs. Rear aircon vents, storage down below, power outlet, rear center armrest with cup holders, and as mentioned, the middle seat does fold. You do have grip handles with hooks for both sides. As well as your interior lights and reading lights right above, next to your grip handle. Now, there are three ways to open up the rear hatch. There is the button inside the cabin that I showed you earlier on. There is a touchpad right beneath the BMW badge, and there is also the button on the key fob. And the rear hatch is fully powered, so all you need to do, press the button, and the rear hatch automatically rises up. Boot space in the X3 measures 550 litres with the rear seat backs in place. This value increases to 1600 litres when the rear seat backs are folded down and the standard issue cargo cover is removed. On both sides of the boot, you can find hooks to hang items on and lights that illuminates the area. To the right of the boot is a storage area, a storage strap, and a power outlet. To the left is a storage net. There is a bit of storage underneath the boot floor. You do have adjustable headrests, front and rear. You do have your window control right there. Central locking buttons on this side as well as the same large storage bin on the door panel, together with a bottle holder down there. BMW X line door sills on this side too. And the front passenger seat does get full powered adjustments with the same exact set of adjustments as the driver's side, except that it loses out on the memory settings. Lockable glove box. It is of a nice size. And the sun visor on this side does have a vanity mirror and a light as well. Alright, so let's start it up with the door closed. Alright, so that's it for the startup and full vehicle tour video of this 2014 BMW X3 xDrive20i. Thanks for watching and goodbye.